Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time here, a very warm welcome. Thank you for bringing your energy. Thank you for sharing your time and, again, your energy with this tribe. My name is Anu and I am your Psychic Tarot host. Today's reading is a general read on the energies coming in on the month of November. November is a pivotal month because it's right in the middle of two eclipses, the solar eclipse happening at the end of October. I'm actually recording on the solar eclipse, which is interesting, and the November 8th lunar eclipse. These two are pretty strong energies, so wanted to do a reading on the month overall. So today we have 4 piles. Feel free to watch as many as you like. I'll show you the options. Pile number 1, your card is the moon, number 15, and it says timing. Pile number 2, you have the cloak, number 13, and it says camouflage. That came out more fancier than I wanted to, so there's something to it. We have pile number 3, we have candle, number 4, and the word or term illumination. And for pile 4, we have a neophyte, number 16, with the term study. Okay, so take your first pick, the card or the image that calls to you the most, and of course feel free to watch as many as you can. I will see you at your first selection. Hi, pile 1, you chose the first oracle card, which is the moon. The number is 15, which reduces to a 6, and it's the phrase here is timing. So as you'll see, this is a very interesting card to me. Of course, there's a lot of intuition, a lot of wisdom here. We have the owl representing the wisdom, the spirituality, the inherent knowledge that we carry, whether we know it or not, and sometimes we just know the answer. So in those cases, do listen to your intuition this month. And of course, we have the giant full moon showing up. So again, that time frame from the end of October through the middle of November may be very, very important for you. And it's interesting because it does say timing over here. So there's timing is at play. We'll see what other cards we get, but you may be somebody who has a prominent Mars, Pluto, or Saturn is what I'm hearing placement, because those are the planets that are causing quite a bit of chaos in the sense, and then again, I'm getting to the good part, have been causing a lot of chaos in our charts. So maybe there's some play at timing that things are going to start flowing from here on out. Also with the moon, I kind of, again, I'm an intuitive reader. And Lenormand, actually, the moon talks about cycles. And generally, we talk about moon in terms of intuition, listening to our gut feeling, yes. But the moon also represents cycles. And with the full moon here, something is finally coming to light, okay? The timing is going to be perfect. Things are going to be shown to you. If you've been in a position or in a phase of your life where you haven't quite grasped why things haven't gone your way, there was timing at play. And again, the term rejection is protection is what's coming through, but now you'll be able to leap over the obstacles is what we're hearing. So let's see what we have with the number 15, or it reduces to a 6, which is also the number of Venus. So Venus is in Scorpio, or is going in Scorpio as I'm recording this. So it's going to bring a lot of love, and so Venus represents love and money. So things and values, or people and things, items we value, that's all what Venus represents. And of course, that things we value is also relationship, right? So something going to the depths of those areas and analyzing what we truly value. The timing may be right for that, or something may come to light for you this month. It's a pivotal month for you, but in a good way, because I feel like there's a flow. There is some dark cycle ending, and I don't mean dark in the sense the dark phase of the moon, okay? And whoo, like literally my head spun right now. It's interesting just a dizzy feeling. So you may have been in a daze and why things had not been moving. That's ending because a new cycle is coming forward for you. Okay, so trust the wisdom, trust the lessons that you've learned, but it's time to leap forward. And with the rabbit also represents, in essence, multiplication. Okay, growing of your finances, a lot of serendipity, prosperity coming your way, but also like some of you may be thinking of expanding your family. That's possible as well. So I'm curious. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. Look at that. Okay, this is crazy. Do you see the similarity in the leaps? Okay, amazing month for you, I swear. And this reduces to an 11, master number 11. So go the distance. This is, again, you see you're so close to the goalpost now, to the flag post, the checkpoint, whatever you call it. So it's time to just continue and not stop, because you're very, very close to reaching a very pivotal, and by goal, I mean either a stage in your life that matters to you, something you've been wanting to do, and you may have felt a drag in the sense you may have felt that you're running out of steam. And that's what the cheetah represents over here. Pretty much, if you see, is kind of like morphing as he's leaping forward, he or she is leaping forward, but it's like almost feels like leaving the old outgrown image behind. Okay, because as we are in Scorpio season, so it's a main theme as well. And the solar eclipse is in Scorpio, so it's going to make us leave something behind and leap towards our north node. Very interesting. So not the time to give up. You're very, very close with both these images. Remarkable. Thank you, Spirit. I love it when that happens. There we go. And again, the full moon, fulfillment, and the fullness of this peach over here. Peach or nectarine. Take it, to me, it looks like a peach. Peaches do again represent prosperity. They do represent fulfillment, satisfaction, just feeling full of life and feeling finally we reached a point where we feel accomplished. So for some of you, this may as well be a career move. Okay. If you're in an existing role in an existing company and you've been trying to get promoted and the timing just hasn't worked, or one hurdle after another has presented itself, it's because it wasn't the right time for you, for, again, reasons that are beyond our understanding as humans, because we're just like a tiny speck and the spirit sees everything, universe sees everything. But fast forward from here on out, there are some cycles that are ending for you and new ones beginning that are going to bring you a lot of fulfillment. So you see how you're leaping towards this fulfillment and this completion. Very, very positive energy for you. We have messages and dreams. So as we already said, the moon appearing twice. Your intuition is certainly at play. So do pay attention to the random dreams that you may get at this point. I mean, always, like, it's fun. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, what was that? And I see people's faces that I've never met before. So that's interesting because we talk about the interdimensionality of it. But you'll be getting messages through your dream state, through your, if you're just like sitting and doing something mundane, let's say you're ironing your clothes, doing the dishes, where you're not actively thinking. The alpha state or the theta state of mind is when you'll be getting a lot of messages. So pay attention to those. Those are really nice nudges from your spirit team. We have the Leo, the lover, as we were talking about Venus. So again, this is a time to be creative, to be expressive, to be full of life and fire. And actually, with this, I'm also getting, with how she's wearing a faux fur coat and all these, are these roses or peonies? It's kind of giving me the energy of like, take care of yourself, in the sense, splurge a little on yourself. And let's read what the keywords here are. Expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt, self-confident, flirtatious. Yeah, that's what I was getting. Flirtatious, glowing. So there's actually it says bedazzling as well. So be a little playful. Maybe this also represents like going out and literally jumping, playing in nature. That may bring you a lot of healing. And not in like a prescriptive way, but something, it'll just like pump up your energy a little bit more, okay? But Leo is telling us it's a time to be confident, it's a time to be outgoing, it's a time to take care of ourselves, look good for ourselves, take ourselves out on a nice meal or buy something nice for us, but just splurge a little on ourselves because remember, Venus is value, and Venus in the second house is self-value, self-worth. And the seventh house is the relationship. So the lover is also here. Okay. So the more, again, going back, tooting the same horn, the more self-love you have, the more love you attract into your life. But this is, again, like, yeah, take care of yourself. Enjoy yourself a little. That's coming through. Enjoy this fruit that you're achieving at this time. And then we have Mars in Gemini in the third house. Interesting, super interesting, your reading. I think I said this in the beginning that you may have Mars or Saturn or Pluto, those three. And why I said that is because Mars currently is in this house. It's in Gemini. It's in the sign of Gemini. It doesn't have to be your third house, but this is where Mars is sitting right now. And Mars is going to be in this position for the next, I would say, another 5 months. Well, it's been there since August. Yeah, so it's a total of 7 months, but Mars is retrograde. And Mars is a fire planet, and Mars rules Scorpio. Does it rule Leo? No, Sun rules Leo. So this is our fire power. Now the challenge is, in Gemini, actually, it's a very explosive combination because, when you add wind to fire, it just like expands. Challenge is it's in retrograde right now, and it's going to be in retrograde at least till the end of January. So that's just for you to know as you make decisions, okay? This is going to give you a little bit more time to contemplate your decisions, any big decisions you make. It's not it's not recommended. Again, we don't just like stop our lives when planets are in retrograde, right? But this is the firepower. This is our energy. This is our core, let's say the furnace within, okay, that drives us. And when Mars is in retrograde, it's frustrated. So what that means is decisions may take a little bit longer, but they will be the right decisions. So this is in your favor. And if it's in your third house, it's a perfect combination because third house is our decisions. It is our local connections, our immediate connections, our siblings, our peers, our neighbors, our communities close by, even our vehicles. So don't buy a car right now. Wait till, I would say, February or March. If you must buy, again, double, triple, read the fine print. It's just that. It's just the energy of Mars, okay? But Mars is showing up for you. So it is a prominent planet that is supporting you. Just trust in the process that if some things are being delayed, they are really for your highest good, but you're reaching a lot of fulfillment. You will be getting these messages. You'll have a hunch. You'll definitely have a hunch of what not to do because the decisions are going to be really, really clear to you. So what to do and what not to do, or which ones to pause or rethink. Again, look at, there's a chessboard over here. Okay, so you know this, again, with the owl, you already know this within. So just trust that feeling and honor that feeling. And of course, as I said, we don't stop our lives, right? When planets go in retrograde, we just, there has to be an energy of how I personally do it. Okay, they just want me to share. I personally okay, Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, what does it mean? I was like, okay, all right, good to know. That's how I proceed. I said, okay, that's good to know. So it helps me detach from my goal just a little bit. For example, if let's say I want to upgrade my phone and Mercury is retrograde. And, again, in traditional, or not in traditional, in Vedic astrology, Mercury is not even in a planet, right? Mercury and Pluto don't even exist in, Mercury retrograde concept does not exist in Vedic astrology. So I'm like, okay, which one do I follow now? Western or Vedic? I mostly do Western, but then I'm like, okay, if I follow Western, Mercury is telling me not to buy or upgrade my phone. But having said that, if my phone dies, of course I am going to buy a phone, and I just accept it. Okay, it's likely, it may be out of stock. It's likely there may go something wrong. I may have to change it. I may have to go back, make a couple trips, something like that. And it's just a way of releasing, okay, the big picture. I'm gonna let go. I'm not trying to control all the elements, but I can't stop my life for it, right? And that's how astrology and that's how tarot is supposed to work, is to know what energies are available to us, but that it's up to us how we use them. Okay, so that's why I just want to emphasize that don't stall on decision making. Do make decisions, just review them a couple times, because Mars is definitely supporting you here. And with all these cards of fulfillment, go the distance, with Leo, these are all asking you to keep going, but the planet of the fire power may slow you down a little bit, that's all. But it's looking like a very amazing month. Okay, so let's see what tarot has to tell us. Spirit, thank you so much. Tap me further into pile one's energy, and let's see what they need to know, what energies are available to them for the month of November. We've got the Hanged Man. There is that Mars in retrograde. I'm not laughing at you. I'm seriously like, Spirit's like, okay, you really want to know more? Here's what. So we can keep hammering the message until it actually gets in. Ooh, the Mother Star. Wow, this is an additional card in this deck. It's a major arcana. Oh my god, this is amazing. Or is this the Empress? You know, let me get the cards out. I'm gonna quickly double check that I'm reading this right. She could be the Empress, but I don't think so. She's beautiful. Okay. This is the Wandering Spirits deck, by the way. Yeah, these are additional cards, because guess what? We got the Mother Star here, and it says yes at the bottom. You see that over here? And then this is the other side with the Creator, and that says no. Interesting. So I'm right. I don't need to pause the video. I can check. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man. It literally says waiting, rebirth. There's, we've had enough sacrifice. It's also like choosing to be in a different perspective and reflecting. Okay, so we got that. Then we have the Mother Star. Very special card, really. Actually, in all of these cards, we see a lot of eyes. Eyes are very prominent, which is about intuition, and you have the moon and you have dreams. So messages will come through, and there's a key decision that you're trying to make that from you within, is the right decision, and it's coming right under go the distance. So stick to the plan is what I'm hearing. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. There's a fulfillment. Absolute fulfillment, like absolute fulfillment. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. It is time to receive. I like how her skirt is and her outfit, her sleeves are all rainbows. So rainbows to me represent the fruit, the beauty, the culmination after the storm has passed, right? And that's the theme that we've been following along. So this may be a pivotal month for you to finally actually open up your arms and receive. Okay, really pivotal time for that. And then this one we have the 10 of Wands. There you go, ending up that cycle. Perfect. This is the theme that we've been looking for. So I do have to say, there is, with these two cards here, the Hangman and the Mother Star, which says yes at the bottom, there is going back to this energy, and they just want to keep hammering that point. There is some decision that you're trying to make. Could be a job change, could be a relationship change, could be a location change, something like that. Like this one coming out here is saying, yes, you're on the right path. Your spirit team just wants you to look at every angle before you jump. So, and it's interesting. They're taking me back to these two cards. So the message that's coming through is, make sure that you're deciding and contemplating with the Hangman enough to know which direction to leap into. Your goal should not be to run away from something. Okay, there are two different energies. One energy is when we just are done. We're in the 10 of Wands. We've had it. We just can't take it anymore, and we just quit and we just leave. That energy is an energy of just like cutting things off. But then after we cut them off, we don't know where we're going. Okay, so that's energy number one, where we quit. The second energies are like, all right, we know we want to quit, but what do we want to go towards? So that's what these two energies are trying to tell you, is like, make sure you do a little bit more contemplation, think it through, and decide where you want to go. So where you want to leap toward, not what you want to run from. So those are two subtle differences, or there's a subtle difference in those energies. So that's what they want you to focus on, because you're nearly there. You just need to fine tune some of that decision. Again, can be, let's say you want to buy a house, you want to buy it in a different state, whatever your happily ever after looks to you. Oh, it also says inheritance. Oh, it does say property. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Yeah, for some of you, you may be coming into inheritance, especially with the Six of Pentacles. You may be receiving something. Sometimes, again, I think it came in another reading, completely different deck. Inheritance can have a bittersweet feeling to it, because inheritance usually comes after a loss, right? So that may be a case, and for some of you, this could be through scorpionic things in our life. For example, a divorce, a separation, a legal separation, or I don't know, when we get a severance package if we're laid off, something like that. So there may be something tumultuous that ends, but as it ends, it gives you a lot of fruit for your perseverance. And for others of you, of course, it could be directly. It doesn't have to come after a hardship, right? That's one of the things I really want to clarify, people, that you don't have to suffer to be spiritual. You don't have to suffer at all, okay? Spirit wants us to be happy. Spirit wants us to be full of life and joy. We're meant to be happy in this lifetime, okay? So if for any reason anybody's ever told you, well, you're not spiritual enough because you're just too happy for it, just cut that out, okay? You deserve happiness. You deserve absolute wish fulfillment, and whatever that expression is to you. So yeah, that message just came through, interestingly. So that's coming through for you this month. However you want to create your happiness, it is time to receive what is due to you, okay? You're gonna get the reward from your labor, but also get an equal give and take. And as I said, with the rainbows, finally the rainbow is coming out. This is an end of a cycle. Your burdens, wherever you felt overloaded in whatever axes of your life, that is coming to an end. It's really beautiful. Okay, so let's see, Spirit. So any advice? We've talked about decisions and contemplating and choosing a direction to leap to. Any other specific advice for pile 1? We've got the Strand. So Leo coming in twice. 4 of Wands. Whoops. There's just way too many cards. I take the ones that flip over, not the ones that are because of my human error. And we have the Temperance. More fire. Fire, fire, fire. 3 cards of fire coming out. I want to get one more. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. There we go. Slow and steady. And bottom deck, we have the World again. Ending of cycles, completion. It does say reward and success. Very interesting. Because the World always represents a sort of completion to me. It is a Saturn energy because it takes time to change the world, right? Or change our inner world as well. So let's see what we have for our advice from spirits. The first one is strength. Again, be playful, stay strong. You've been very strong on this journey, okay? But it's also time to be a little bit more confident in your decisions. We have the 4 of Wands, and it's coming right with the 10 of Pentacles. So there's something about some sort of celebration. We have union. Oh, it says freedom as well. Creativity, freedom. It is my 11-11 card. As you see, the 2 wands, they kind of form 11-11. So you're aligning with your true north. Again, going back to the freedom of expression. Remember, we said it's happiness and how you want to express it and how you want to create it. That is something what should be center stage for you. That's your eye on the prize. Okay, so as long as it resonates with you, as long as it makes you happy, it's your true authentic path that you're drawn to. That's the one you're being called to take. And maybe that's different from how other people see it, right? We have the Hangman. It's a different perspective. And that's why it's going to require you to be courageous, to take the step, to move towards the direction that you want to go. We do have the Temperance, right? So there is a balance to be created. And I'll tell you, this is a fire energy, Leo. This is fire energy. And then we have Sagittarius showing up over here. So a lot of fire energy, but showing us that, yes, fire can also like a moderate fire will live for a very long time, right? If you see flames, if you create a bonfire, if you like light it all up and it just like goes woof, it also dies down quicker. This with these three cards here, again, with celebration and union and creativity right at the center and strength and balance on the side, it shows me like this is again your energy that spirit is commanding at this point and saying you've got it, what it takes to go to the distance. So slow and steady, keep at that pace, keep that fire burning, but don't burn out. Interesting. And then, yes, we have the Knight of Pentacles as the last recommendation as well. Again, prosperity. So money, prosperity, and it also says investment. Investment is coming through as well. So for interesting investment, those of you who are in the stock market, again, I don't know anything about crypto, but if you're in the stock market and you're like, oh crap, it's going down. Well, if you missed the window of selling, just sit through it. That's what the Knight of Pentacles says. You know, the markets are gonna stabilize next spring. So just hold it out till then, but your investments are gonna pay off. But at the same time, it is not the right time because of Mars in Gemini being in retrograde to make new investments that are very risky. Okay, so that's something that choose your decisions. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's just like came through because of the word investments over here. They wanted me to share that. But this is the advice is keep at it. Slow and steady wins the race. Keep that fire burning. Give yourself a little self-love. Celebrate what is important to you, even if it's different from other people. Have that courage to stand up to your own inner fears as well. But know that this cycle is coming to an end. Okay? A new one is beginning where you're going to feel a lot more fulfilled. Okay, so let's get you an archangel message. You would not believe, I'm not going to show it, but literally the one that flipped over, showed its face and went back was courage. I don't know what archangel it is, but that one did show its face. So again, this is going to be a month that requires you to be strong, and you already are, but just stay the course. Okay, so let's get one of these and then we'll close out with an angel number and your affirmation. So we have crystal clear intentions, Archangel Michael coming through. Interesting, because I was in between choosing two decks. I was like, do I go with the Archangel, like all Archangels, or do I pick Archangel Michael? But apparently that was the one for you. So Archangel Michael says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. I cannot believe this. Exactly what we're talking about over here is like decide where you want to leap before you quit, right? Have a very clear vision of what you want to achieve and intention as well, like why you want to do it. So I'm not going to repeat myself, but I said those energies already. There's a subtle difference between being frustrating and just quitting, but being frustrating and admitting it and acknowledging it, accepting it, and then saying, all right, this is not where I want to be. Where do I want to go? And then build a plan for it and then quit. Make sense? So that's exactly like what Archangel Michael is also, he wields the sword of truth, but also the sword that cuts ties, okay? So if you want to practice some meditations on cutting cords, Archangel Michael is very, very helpful in that as well. And just like have very, very clear intentions on why you want to do that. So you are definitely going in a certain direction. Comment below. I want to know what decisions you're making this month. So let's get you your angel number, and these have like little affirmations and messages on them. So for Pile 1 Spirit, okay, we got creation 333. Okay, so your number for this month is 333, and the affirmation is I am powerful. Leo energy, Temperance energy, Mars energy. Yes, you're very powerful. So this says, you are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. Oh my God, so beautiful. So beautiful. All moon energy, intuition, dreams, all of that coming forward. So very, very beautiful month for you, Pile 1. So that's what I have for you, Pile 1. If you liked the reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And drop me a comment, and I would love to know what this decision is that you're sitting on and thinking about what's going to bring you a lot of fulfillment. Okay. With that, wish you much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pal 2. This is for those of you who chose the second oracle card. It's just cleansing the energy. We have Cloak, and it says Camouflage. It's number 13, which reduces to a 4, and 4 is all about stability. It is the foundation in our natal chart. It's the 4th house, is our home, family, foundation, our security system. What makes us feel stable, okay? Where we leap off. So 4th house is the foundation from where we leap off into the world and create our status, whatever that may be for us. With this here, it's an interesting, because first, you know, of course, with the 7 chakras represented here, it may be a time where you're going through quite a bit of energetic change within your body. And with the, of course, there is an awakening here with the Cloak and Camouflage, because they're showing me that this is where you're learning to blend into the world without being of the world, which is interesting, because you have so many omens over here. You have the fox that talks about flexibility, that talks about change, that talks about being able to leap from one thing to another and being intelligent and smart enough to thrive in different environments. And that's where the camouflage comes in, okay? Where you can survive in any environment. That's how much you've grown. You've grown a lot. And look at that. The higher crown chakra is super activated for you as well. You have the raven, of course, and with the water and the river flowing, there's a lot of intuition that's flowing through you. Messages may be pouring through at this time. So do write them down if you want to, but this is a time. What I'm picking up is that you reached a certain level where you are able to detach enough that you're not affected by your environment. Okay, so for example, and with the wand here, okay, your identity, you have very strong spirit, very strong understanding of who you are. And you're at a stage, or you're at least this month, arriving at a realization that, you know, you don't have to agree or disagree with people around you. You can coexist. It's a very high level energy. I'm having a hard time articulating it, but that's who you're becoming. You are going to find yourself, and it's not developing a thick skin. I want to clarify that, because they're bringing that through. It's like, it doesn't mean that you have to have a thick skin and not take what people say, not affect you. No, it's like you're able to have a very different perspective, almost like a hangman, where you see both sides of the coin and you let others have their opinions and you have your own without feeling good or bad about it. Does that make sense? So there's a very high sense of wisdom and a high sense of flexibility that you are projecting at this time. So kudos, pile 2. This is very, very deep energy. Of course, as I said, there's definitely your chakras are really lining up. A lot of intuition, and you have a lot of guidance and protection as well at this point. So let's see. Wow, that was quite a bit of an opening. Let's see what oracle cards we have for you, and then we're going to pull tarot, of course, live on camera. So we have oh my goodness, this is amazing. I cannot tell you, it happened in the pile 1 as well. Very similar energies from different decks, and it's happening. So thank you for bringing your energy, because I'm really tapped in. Like, Spirit has me really tapped into your energy, and it's the same stuff that we're getting over here. Again, this is talking about, to be fair, what I was saying, you see both sides of the coin. You have the wisdom, the owl showing up now again here for you. This reduces to a 2. So 2 is about balance, definitely creating. So Libra energy coming through. You have a 4 and a 2, so doubling up. Woo, you're doubling up on your intuition for real. But this card really talks about reaching a level. This is also Libra energy, if you want to really simplify it. But reaching a level where we're able to weigh opposites and find a middle path. And it's not because you have to. I think they really want me to emphasize that. It's not because you have to, but it's just a level of understanding that you've reached in your life. So really kudos to you, pile 2. Whew, you've done major growth work. Major growth over here. And with that with these two energies, right, with this attitude, you're going to find more and more balance and harmony in your life, and you're going to attract things that are so harmonious for you. You're no longer going to be in a phase where, things could rattle you, because you're not giving that power away. You're also not taking energy from other people that doesn't belong to you. So it's a very secure, maybe like a cloak of protection that you've created on you. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what we have here. Relaxation, when we talk about peace and harmony. So this month, do make time for relaxation again. When these sorts of energetic up-levelings happen, and by that I mean, like, you may or may not see any physical changes. Each person's body is different, but you may at times feel exhausted. That's possible whenever we go through energetic changes. Our chakras line up or move much faster. Energy centers move much faster than the physical body. So sometimes we need to like take pause. So maybe with this card coming out, it's possible that if you felt exhausted, definitely make time to for a little R&R. Okay, take a day or two here and there to do nothing. Just do nothing without guilt. That's coming through for you. We have North Node, cosmic purpose. There you go. So North Node is in the sign of Taurus. I always like to talk about the sign that it's in. So check what house it's for you. That may be the house where you're finally starting to shift and move in that direction. And we have Uranus in the North Node in Taurus. So maybe this could be, as I said in the intro, November is a pretty pivotal month, as it's like up until the first 2 weeks is pretty critical, the tail end of October to the first 2 weeks of November, because we're between solar and lunar eclipses. But that's after which I feel like Uranus is really going to kick off and make some surprising changes towards your North Node, towards your purpose. So look at your natal chart and see where your North Node is and where the current North Node is. So I would say the current North Node is going to have a big impact on what direction you're moving. So these could be like sudden jolts forward in the right direction that may require you to have your energy. Okay. What? Oh, crap. Oh, I don't know how to articulate this. Pile two, what's happening? Two different decks, completely different decks, and you're getting North Node twice. Let's read some of the keywords so you get a grasp of this. This is, again, destiny, purpose. This is cosmic changes, and some of the small keywords over here. Soul school, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, fruition, North Star, process, development, practice, path, beacon, blossoming, becoming, integrity, journey. I don't know. Please comment below. I feel this is a pivotal time for you to make the biggest change that you've been wanting to make for a very long time. And if this is if this is resonating, you already know what this is. Okay. All with the double North Node coming here. That's interesting, because I said where your North Node is in your natal chart and where the North Node is right now. So maybe both those houses, check those houses, is going to be big changes. And again, I want to call out, there are not big changes happening there. You are making big changes. Or the energy is right for you to now make those changes, okay? The tarot or any oracle or any astrology doesn't determine what's going to happen. They tell us what's at play, and then it's up to us how we harness that energy. Okay, so with these two coming up over here, the cloak over here, the camouflage, the fairness coming through, and then like really easing into it is what I'm hearing as a perfect time. So this could be, it does not mean that, November, that's it, you're going to break everything and get up and go and just like take big actions. No, a lot of it starts with our energetic shift. Okay. So if you've made up your mind, build a plan. Build a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, whatever you want to do, because eclipses energies can last up to 6 months, and within 6-month time frame is where we see the final big shifts happening, right? But it starts with a plan. So this is a perfect time. Put pen to paper or type it out, whatever you want to do, however you write things down. And I'm saying write things down because they're showing me that the energy has to transfer from your mind through your physical body to an actual physical thing, okay? You have to see it written out for it to fall into place. But that's, so you may be making some big shifts this month. And you're being encouraged to with these cards coming out. But there's also like with relaxation here, there's a sense of ease. That's really coming up with all your leveling up. There's a sense of ease, and as I said, not thick-skinned, but just like going with the flow. Whew. Okay, what do we have here? We have Saturn in Cancer in the 4th house, charity. So again, 4th house, that's your foundation. So be generous, I think, again, or there may, this is the energy of like, you know, what we give out is what we receive. So no matter if you have differences in opinions in, let's say, your family, your foundation, your family unit, whatever that is to you, your parents, there has been some heaviness, but that heaviness existed for you to break out of it, to level up and build your own foundations. Okay, so 4th house, you may be a Scorpio rising or a Capricorn sun, because Saturn has been in the 4th house, but this is saying Cancer. Okay, so family is quite important. That's something that you're thinking through. It's possible what your family tradition is may be very different than what you're being called to do. Okay, that's why these are all showing up together. Saturn can sort of slow things down. It can drag things out. It's like the tough father, the tough love archetype, or you know, planetary energy that can hold us back. But then, boom, there's our explosion, because we've spent time contemplating and evaluating what is sustainable and what we want to create for the long term. So pile 2, you have big energies. This is massive, massive shift for you that is opening up and available to you for how you want to take advantage of it. Okay, I won't be surprised if there are like Tauruses and Scorpios in this group. North node is in Taurus, south node is in Scorpio, and that's the nodal axis is where the eclipses happen, right? So we're at the tail end, sort of the tail end of Scorpio Taurus nodes, which are going to shift middle of next year. So from now up until like spring or even May is when your life would be completely different than where you were like 6 months ago. Wow, big month. I know November is a huge month astrologically. So let's see what tarot shows us. Spirit, help me tap further into pile 2's energy and see what's available to them for the month of November. We got 2 of Wands. One more. Okay. Wow. Now we're talking about leveling up. What is this one over here? And the Hermit came face down. So we have the 2 of Wands, which again talks about balance. It talks all about journey as well. And this is saying plans. Oh my goodness. We talked about plans. Plans, partnership, influence. Okay, let's get them all out and then we'll look at them. We have the Hermit energy. So again, almost pretty much like you've been in your healing energy in your cloak for a while. A lot of healing has taken place. It may have felt like you've been on your own. I don't know what came next. I'll take this one. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. So it's a time for building blocks. What does this say? These keywords distract me. But again, there's an element of integration into the message with these, and this says enterprise, success, talent, teaching, and it's teaching. And you have the Hierophant coming out, who is the biggest teacher, right? A Hierophant. So let's see, you have Hierophant, and then you have the Emperor. No small cards at all. Okay, so this is again with the 2 of Wands is when we're at crossroads. Okay, we're at a junction in our life where we're trying to choose a direction. Now we got either direction is fine, just so you know. Okay, going left is okay, going right is okay. There is no wrong path. There is a right path and there's a long path. So all you got to do is actually pick a path. And why we say that is because if we don't pick a path, then we stagnate ourselves, because then we're just standing there at the signal. We don't know, we don't want to choose, so we'll just stay there. And guess what? Opportunities will pass by, right? And we'll stagnate. So starting energy with the Two of Wands is really like, okay, this is a time, this is a pivotal time, maybe a fork in the road for you. It is time to actually branch out, what I'm hearing with the Hermit energy. Again, this is Virgo Major Arcana. You've done quite a bit of contemplation. You've done a lot of leveling up, growing up, if you want to call it that here, okay? But it's time to now start moving and start building the foundation, because to the Three of Pentacles, to me, three represent the first shape that is able to be formed. Two of Wands is just two sticks, okay? When you add a third, that's when a triangle forms. And that's the first shape, the geometric shape. It is also the most stable shape. So you may have heard me say that before in some of my other readings. But this is coming out. This is like you're at the point where now you're setting the foundation of how you want to live your life. And I'm saying words like live your life because I cannot ignore this North Node. But this is, again, you've matured. It's a sense of maturity to you that I'm getting so strongly with this relaxation here. You've actually seen it all. You've seen it from all perspectives, especially with the Hermit card. And now you're like, all right, I don't want to follow any one school of thought. I like 5 things from 5 different philosophies. I'm going to mix them all together and create my foundation. And that's going to be my self-expression in my life, how I want to live it. And that's what's going to bring you true satisfaction, elevation, confidence, and help you build your own empire, whatever that means to you. Okay? It'll also help attract the right opportunities to you, because your self-worth has gone through so many shifts that you're going to attract exactly what you deserve, but what you desire. Okay? And it's interesting, the Emperor here says law and order. And of course, the Hierophant is about structure and knowledge and wisdom. So of course, we've talked about wisdom with the owl over here, with the ravens over here, the flexibility with the fox. Okay? So again, being of different worlds and taking the best pieces from different philosophies and putting it together. So this is a very, very up-leveling time for you. Oh my goodness, I don't know what you're doing. Are you like starting a different family unit, a different business, a different career? You may be like quitting one, and I don't mean like quit like on the spot, but you may be completely dropping one way of living and going into another. Comment below, because this is showing that it's happening. The wheels are in motion. Sorry, this one just flew out. So now we're asking for advice on this path. We have the Six of Swords. Again, move forward. Move forward, moving on. See, so go explore. And this is interesting with the Two of Wands. Some of you, are you contemplating, like, let's say moving to a different country altogether? Maybe you want to be, I don't know, like a traveling doctor, a traveling nurse. Maybe you just want to explore different countries, different cultures. This is all looking very favorable to start putting a plan in motion for that. You got the Three of Cups. It's going to bring you a lot of joy. Also, like asking you to, interestingly, on the Hermit energy and the Three of Pentacles and Three of Cups, it's also maybe you're coming into a new friend circle, or the advice is that open up to friends, even it doesn't have to be new. Because I'm hearing, although it might be, it really might be, you got double North Node. North Node is new. It's what we meant to go toward, okay? But it's possible for a few of you that you may reconnect with some friends. And this could be like a very lighthearted, this is not like a strategic move. It's just joy, pure joy, like what we get when we're with our friends. You're being encouraged to find some of those lighter moments in life as well and relax into it. That's going to help you create your own foundation much more, because it's just a very, very wise place that I'm hearing. We have the Three of Swords, so heartbreak, sorrow, grief. So that'll help if there's any remnants of past disappointments. these are gonna help you move forward, okay? And again, we never want to bury our sorrows, but we want to take the lesson and kind of cleanse out the emotions. And this is what they're saying, moving forward. You have earned the right of passage here with the Six of Swords. That's when the Six of Swords comes through. So there is healing. There's massive healing that's happening for you. Also with the Hermit card, we've already seen that. And then you have the Page of Swords. There's that new beginning. Okay, new ideology, something new. There is some sort of, what does it say over here? Ambition, charm, intelligence, curiosity. Interesting. Yeah, so there's some sort of new beginning or new path that you're embarking on, and Spirit is saying go for it, even if you feel like you haven't mastered this new path that you're going. Okay, what this means, actually, you're going to come out on top with the Hierophant and feeling like the Hierophant and the Emperor. You may not see yourself like that yet. And the advice is like, it's okay. Start. Take the first step. You will get there with the building blocks, with the little joys, with the little passing through of turmoil, you know, over the turmoil, like, what is it? Tumultuous waters. That journey is over. Now you're coming into a calm time, and you will grow into it. You just need to have that faith and trust it that change is going to happen for you. Just lean into the change. Okay. Wow, this is a big one. So comment below like what area of life this is, especially where there's been heaviness in the family arena for some of you with the Saturn in Cancer over there. So yeah, that's going to change. It's going to start easing up. Okay, so let's get you an advice or message from an Archangel Oracle. And then we'll get your angel number and affirmation. So for pile 2, Spirit, we got 2. Okay, so the first one is Counselor, similar to the Hierophant, honestly. We have Counselor, Archangel Azrael, coming and saying, you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. And look at that. You see how you're getting a lot of guidance. That's what I'm saying. Your higher crown chakra is also lit up. So there's a lot of messages coming to you, through you at this time. And just by being your own self, your own Hierophant, your own leader, you're actually helping others see the path. Okay? And then we have Passion. Beautiful. It says Archangel, it's from Archangel Haniel. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So there's something new. This is your North Node destiny. I do want to like emphasize that. There's something that you're being really called to. You're very passionate about it, but you're easing into it from a point of view like it doesn't matter what others think. It just doesn't matter anymore. You're in a very different spot. Okay? All right, so let's close out your reading and see what angel number wants to come forward for you today. Pile 2. Pile 2. Wow, same as pile 3. I cannot believe it, and I did not pull it. That's the one that flipped. So we have 333. I am powerful. That is your affirmation. And the message here is, you are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. Wow. Are you starting a spiritual practice, a holistic practice, or I don't know why traveling doctors, nurses came through as well. Any healing modalities, they're very highly supported through the Counselor, through 333, Emperor, Hierophant. All of these are really talking, and the Hermit, of course, talking about something that you're very passionate about. So yeah, some of you may be making like major home and career, especially career changes is what I'm getting. Anyway, that's what I have for you, pile 2. If you like the reading, do give it a big thumbs up. Have a fabulous November, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Every click helps me tremendously. I really appreciate it. With that, wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 3. This is for those of you that chose the 3rd oracle card, which is Candle, and it is the number 4, which represents our 4th house, our stability, our foundations, our structures, and the keyword here is illumination. So if you look at the image, It's very interesting. I do see the spiral. That's the Celtic symbol. Again, the candle or the illumination itself is talking about something coming to light or you coming to a sort of awakening. But it's also a time for you to shine, believe it or not. With the peacock being so prominent here and all these colors of the rainbow and even around the candle. And she's wearing, what is that called? Oh my God, it's the Greek, the Italian, let's say the flower crown, okay? I'm completely at loss of words right now. You're getting crowned. You're getting some sort of recognition. You're becoming more visible because you're coming into some sort of awareness, okay? So there's definitely a leveling up. Now, the biggest recommendation with this card is like, don't feel afraid to shine your light, okay? Don't dim your light to fit into situations or into communities or let's say workplaces, families, relationships, friend circles. You do you is what this is telling me, because this is who you are in your foundation with the number 4 again. That's who you are, and you're finally really shining bright. Your job really is not to convince anybody of your light. Your job is just to shine, just to be you. And whoever is meant to be in your soul circle, in your soul tribe, will automatically be drawn to you. And the others will just not have the same vibration to actually work with you or, even like bother you by any chance. So this is it. So rise up to it is what I'm hearing, but you're definitely being crowned with some sort of, and maybe your crown chakra is really lit up and is on, you've been experiencing tingling sensations. So a lot of downloads are coming your way. But actually interesting, the way she's looking at the candle also reminds me that you may benefit from flame scrying. So where you light a candle and you just concentrate on the flame and just sit there and stare. Actually try it without like blinking, but just that may also be a very beautiful experience for you. But definitely time to shine. It's not from the ego, but take pride in your self-expression. That's coming through over here, okay? Again, it's an interesting time. If you missed the intro, November is like literally at the tail end of October. There's a solar eclipse in Scorpio, and then first week of November, there's a lunar eclipse in Taurus. These are the nodal axes, of course. Very, very crazy energy and big shifts happening. So again, it's going to calm down after middle of November, but things are definitely going to come to light. So it's a crucial time. And again, that does not mean those energies determine how your life is going to be. They just tell us what are the big things at play and how can we interact with those energies, or either take advantage of those energies if they are, beautifully placed in our charts, or if they're not beautifully placed and they're challenging, okay, how do we work around those challenges? But the action and the what would I say? The influence sits with us, okay? That's our free will and how we use it. Where are your oracles? Okay, there we are. I didn't grab them before. Interesting. Maybe some energetic stuff. So let's see what's coming to light for you this November. It's a pivotal month. We have come to the edge. How beautiful is that? Number 36. Which reduces to a 9, which is a number of wish fulfillment. I actually see a face in here. Again, it looks like a heart. There are tons of like these floating hearts all around, and she's like leaping off. So it's a very similar energy to the Fool Major Arcana in Tarot, and it's saying, look, you gotta take a leap of faith, because that literally, you're at the edge of receiving your happiness, your true wish fulfillment, but take that leap of faith. And leap towards what brings you joy, what makes your heart really happy. You know it within. And again, the face is like, I don't know if you can catch it. The face is like eyes closed on this rock. So, and it's also earthy energy, right? So stay grounded in the fact, in your awareness, and knowing what you want your life to be like, okay? And then come to the edge and take a leap of faith and know that the universe will catch you. There is, again, that aha moment. There is that release I'm hearing for some of you this month, where you may come to a realization that you're meant on a different path. And again, apply the axes as they fit, because very different people watch the channel in different stages of life. So for some, this could be career. For some, this could be a family unit. For some, this could be career move. Okay, so take it as it fits. But this is a time where you'll realize something needs to change, and you're ready to make that change yourself. So let's see what else we have. We have, wow, wonders. I have never pulled this card from this deck ever. So this is a giant amethyst that looks like an amethyst to me. And it looks like it's like piercing through the galaxy. There are really big serendipities for you this month. Especially the first week, actually, well, the energies of eclipses. This is what I find funny a little bit. Tarot, we don't do timings. Astrology, there are timings. But the interesting thing is nothing really happens on the day of the eclipse. There's a 6-month window, right? So by the time we actually make the change, we've forgotten what the eclipse was about, right? But with your pile, with this card coming out, there may be some really surprising changes that, as I said, illumination may come to the surface. Something may present itself to you, and it may help you make a pivotal decision in life. Whether to go towards something or to go away from something. And literally, I'm not kidding, right now there's an earthquake. Wow. This is going to be ground shaking. Oh, wow. Let's see. Okay, it stopped. Earth shattering, you guys. Earth shattering. This is a very, very big energetic clue for us over here. So I'm gonna wait for the aftershock, but if I need to, I'll pause. But this is interesting. There's gonna be something ground shaking, earth shattering in a good way, because we have the wonders and we have the peacock and the beautiful colors over here. Okay, but this is something that's gonna bring you a lot of inner joy, like fulfillment from within. Something's going to present to you this month. Again, amethyst may be a good crystal for you to work with. If you like to work with crystals, just buy a nice little one. You can wear it around your neck, or even the colors, purple may be really good for you. It's all about the heart chakra. So pink, purple, green, or heart chakra colors, they may really help you at this time, okay, and kind of keep you centered as well. And we have a lack and doubts, and this is what you're being called to come out of, okay? Stop doubting yourself. Didn't we get that message over here that whoever is meant to be in your vibration will stay and the others will fall away? So don't dim your light. I think that's the one that was coming through. Don't dim your light to fit with others. Don't make yourself smaller. Don't doubt yourself. You're in a unique path, and the people who are meant to be on your path will present themselves and will come into your life, and the others will disappear. But you have to have this mindset of like, you're meant to grow, you're meant to expand, you're meant to glow up and have fun and live a beautiful and happy life. Okay, so don't doubt that at all. Don't look at yourself in a small way by any chance. And we have Taurus, the bombshell. Yes, Taurus North Node is in Taurus. The lunar eclipse on November 8th is happening in Taurus. Uranus has been in Taurus in the North Node. So it may be a prominent house for you. Just check where Taurus is in your natal chart. That would be an indicator of the house or the axes that you're being called to lean into and make these beautiful, wondrous changes. But with Taurus, again, talks about earth. Wow. Earth shattering. Uranus is the planet of shaking things up, and it's been in Taurus for a while, right? And it will be in Taurus for the next few years as well, but that's where the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, is happening this month. So a week before, 4 to 5 weeks after, watch for that time frame. It may be an important time marker for you. But this again is talking about being practical, earthy, steadfast, productive, fertile, tactile. Taurus is the second house, and it's called bombshell, which is really good. So very romantic, very boisterous, full of life, a taste for luxury, for finer things in life, for art, for music, all of those things. Again, look at how with the peacock, what a beautiful expression, right? Bright, bold, but also very steady is what the energy of Taurus represents. So if this is a new path, and by the way, Taurus second house is also our self-image. So strong self-image is where it all begins. Do not have a lack mentality. Do not think you lack the skills. Don't dim yourself. I want to keep saying that again and again for you. Chestnuts. So fruits are coming through. Important possessions, important. There's a blooming of things happening in your life, okay? And then we have Mars in Aquarius in the 11th house, rebellion. I cannot tell you, 11th house is our friends. It's our long-term goals. It's our friends of friends. It's where we, you know, also like journey, where we headed in life. With Mars in the 11th house, like for a percentage of you, absolutely your friend circle is changing, or you're being called to. Okay, let me just get something out. You're being called to walk away from people that don't resonate with you anymore, or that is like naturally happening for you. This is a very strong message with the 11th house. It's also Aquarius energy, so you are unique. You're meant to be unique and shine unique. You do not have to fit in. You don't. You just be yourself, and automatically you'll attract the right people and be able to express yourself and build a community around your value system. Okay, and it's going to be really beautiful with the Wondrous card here. You just gotta have faith in that direction for yourself. Okay, so let's look at tarot and see what Spirit wants to bring forward. Spirit, help me tap further into pile 3, this illuminated pile. This pile is really bold. I'm saying unique, very unique, but is set to make some important decisions. Again, doesn't mean that you'll make those changes, dramatic changes in November, but November will be your mindset shift, will be the perfect time for you to build your plan, okay? So let's see what tarot shows us. Spirit, for pile 3, please. What do they need to know? Look at that, Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Pentacles. How many are there? Okay, let's get one more. Okay. All right. So let's see. They came out like this. So the first one, absolutely. Old cycles ending, new cycles beginning with the Wheel of Fortune. And I like this one. It actually shows a snake. You're shedding some old skin. You are shedding an old self-expression. I know, I apologize, I keep repeating myself, but some of you have been stuck in a mold for a very long time, and that's why I keep saying stop dulling your shine. You're meant to shine. There is destiny at play, there is karma at play. A long karmic cycle has ended. This is a card of Jupiter though, right? Jupiter brings a lot of luck and expansion into areas of wherever Jupiter is, so check where Jupiter is in your natal chart. I think Jupiter is either in Aries or in Pisces. It's going back into Pisces. It may have already happened by the time you see this. So what house is that for you? That's where a lot of serendipity and expansion is going to happen. But for me as a reader, I also see this a little bit of a Saturn influence because the wheel doesn't turn quickly, right? The Wheel of Fortune takes a time, and it's a little bit similar to the world energy. It takes time, but when it does, boy, does it go, right? So that's what's happening for you. This is unlocking of some energies where finally you're going to feel or start feeling that the energy is moving forward. Momentum is forward. It's not like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's actually, you know, continuously progressing. We do have the 9 of Pentacles. There you go. The peacock energy, the 9 of Pentacle energies. You are looking good this month. And also invest time in taking care of yourself. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. You're smart, you're independent, you're confident, you're beautiful, you're all of it. All of the above and more. Now this does talk about, it says comfort, accomplishment, prosperity, stability. So this is just saying that there is, again, that beautiful glow up, but you gotta invest in that glow up in the sense you gotta invest in yourself. Now again, for some of you, it could be knowledge. is what I'm hearing, that you go in a period of like where you want to learn a new skill, and that's just for you, okay? It's not for you know, getting a degree so you can get ahead. It's not something that, it's like something you care about, you're going to invest into it, or you're being called to invest into it. And again, at the same time, self-care is important. You know, nourishment, body, mind, and soul is very important. And what does that mean for the mind? Relaxation, okay? Without any guilt, making time to relax, taking a, you know, a weekend to yourself, a short vacation, just enjoying the fruits of your labor, okay? It's very, very important to rejuvenate the energy. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, there are new beginnings, especially, so Pentacles. And Jupiter also is over here. So expansion in money and prosperity is coming. I think for status also, expansion in your status is coming. There is some new shift that's available to you 100%. So take a leap of faith and leap onto that path. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles, and then we have the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. So we do have the King of Pentacles. It says reliable, visionary, generous. Interesting keywords over here. But do you see Pentacles expanding? So money is looking good. Stability is looking really good. You are mastering a level of self-independence over here, self-reliance over here, and you're crafting a clear strategy for your future that's going to bring you absolute wish fulfillment with the Ten of Cups over here, whatever that means to you. Okay, again, this says prosperity, joy, family, commitment. So very Taurian energy. So Taurus like pretty much took over your reading over here, because there's a lot of things you value, people you value, the morals, the ethical system, the philosophies, the mindset that you value. That's what's being very, very highly supported at this time for you this month. So make use of these energies if a new opportunity comes through. If that's something that truly speaks to you and brings you true joy and is something you can see yourself in long term, go for it. Go for it, okay? It may be a little bit unconventional because we have rebellion with Mars in the 11th house. Again, this could be a long-term goal that you've been working on, and maybe none of your friends have done it, none of your family members have ever done it. It may require a little bit of adjustment in the family unit, but that is unconventional, but for a reason, because you're meant to shine in that area, okay? That's going to bring you a long-term, a lot of abundance, of course, as we read through, but also a lot of long-term sustenance and thriving in this area. So let's see what is the advice from Spirit. What's the advice for pile 3 Spirit in this area? Shine Bright Like a Diamond is a song that's coming through for you. Is that Rihanna? I think that's Rihanna. Whoa. So we'll take 1. You have earned the right to passage, or rite of passage, with the 6 of Swords coming out. You're leaving choppy waters behind. You're moving on and discovering new lands, new adventures. Again, a lot of moving energy has been coming through, but yeah, it's planets are moving forward. Actually, a lot of them are moving forward next year and changing signs. So it's going to be 2023 is going to be big. We have the Empress. Look at that. Abundance, grace, fertility. Look at all these earth energies. Again, Taurus energy showing up. Do we have a lot of Tauruses in this group? Or maybe like prominent planets in Taurus. Could be Taurus rising as well. What's the advice for pile 3? Okay, we got the final 2. Actually, I'm going to take this because I saw this as well. Look at those cards. This is amazing. We got the Chariot. Okay, charge ahead. Charge ahead. You got it figured out. You're if this is a journey, literally, you're being advised to take it. That's what it is, because this is going to bring you a lot of victory. We have the Three of Swords. It's also going to help you heal through any of the past issues that we have. And then the bottom deck, or the one that other flipped out, was Queen of Pentacles. So how many pentacles do we need? This could be like a major breakthrough. Maybe you've been working hard on a business and all of a sudden you find a partnership that really blows it up, okay? Or you find the right sponsor, the right monetization model, whatever that is. There's definitely a lot of money showing up, a lot of Taurian energy showing up for you. Empress is right here. You're very fertile. Whatever you put your mind to, you'll be able to create. Just remember to use your past disappointments or sorrows as a fuel to the fire and as lessons, and not as the emotional blocks, because you're meant to charge ahead. You're meant to be successful on this path. And honestly, you've earned it. You 100% have earned it. Okay, so charge ahead, build your plan. Whatever this long-term goal is, it's going to bring you wonderful results. Okay, absolute wish fulfillment. So let's see what message we have for you from Archangel Oracles. We have healthy lifestyle. Very interesting. So we have Archangel Raphael showing up for you, saying a healthy lifestyle. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So maybe some of you are really hustling and working too hard to build these pentacles, to grow these pentacles, be your business, be your life, be your career, your family. Maybe you're building a home. I don't know. Maybe you're saving up to travel, whatever that is. But this one is coming out for a reason. I think, did we have that somewhere for you to like take a little weekend off? I don't know. By the time I get to pile 3, like sometimes my mind has had too many messages. But I think that did come through over here, is like to also take a weekend off or take a small vacation for yourself, oh yeah, with the 9 of Pentacles. Yes, of course. So self-care is very important for you this time, and it is being called out specifically. There are many, many messages in this deck, but health is coming out, okay? So you have to love yourself first before you can attract other loving things in your life, which is also the self-worth, the self-value energy of Taurus, okay? So with that, let's get you a final message. Let's get you your angel number for the month, and we'll have an affirmation and a message for you. So for pile 3, Spirit, oh, one flipped over. What is it? What? There it is. Number 55, master number. Look at that. So it says, I am evolving. Yes, you are 100%. And the message here is substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change. A need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. I want to put this right here on the lack of, or the doubt energy, but 55 or 555 is the number of change that brings a lot of change in our life, but those changes are meant to help us grow and thrive, okay? I am evolving. That is what your affirmation is. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please do give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Every click means a lot to me and it helps me grow this community. Again, wish you a fabulous November. Lots of love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who chose the 4th Oracle card, which I hope I'm pronouncing it right, is the Neophyte. It's number 16, and it says study. So, you may be entering a time, or you may be thinking about this, of like starting a new journey where this could be a new job, a new profession, a new way of being. For example, for some of you who are coming out of a relationship, or you may have been in a hermit mode, it's like, okay, where do I fit in? Who am I? And how do I fit in with another person? So it's all about study. It's all about the energy of feeling like a page. And pages are, who are like the interns who are new on a journey, but they have a very optimistic mindset because they're ready to learn and grow. So You're being called to grow into something, take baby steps, be open to a new path, to a new beginning. Number 16 reduces to a 7, which is about our spiritual alignment. Okay, so maybe some of you are just starting to learn tarot, or starting to, let's say, learn how to scry, maybe mirror magic. Some of you may be learning how to do scrying on a mirror or a candle. It's come up twice in today's readings and this reading today in different piles. But definitely you're protected through this process, but something is coming to light. There's a huge full moon behind this. And if you missed the intro, November is an interesting time because it's in between the solar and the lunar eclipse. So tail end of October to the first week of November is where the energies, and kind of middle of November is when the energies are really, really spiky. A lot of unpredictability can happen, which can mean also a lot of opportunities can come our way, right? So if something comes to light, that piques your interest, let's say you want to learn astrology, go for it. This is a perfect timing to initiate that, is what I'm hearing, because this is bigger than you imagine. And it's funny because if you see the candle here and you look at the reflection of the flame in the mirror, so there are layers to it. Whatever this journey is, this is going to really lead you to a lot of expansion. The main call out here is you're being called to it for a reason with the number 7, which is our spiritual alignment. But at the same time, don't hold yourself back because you're new to it. This is going to grow. You're really going to grow, and you're really going to start enjoying it pretty soon. But it may be a good initiation time that may be happening for you. It'll be in your face. It'll be right in your face with that giant full moon over here. And you'll see it, and it's going to be it's a way of life. Yeah, so this would be a long-term goal. And with the eagle over here, it's again a very, very long-term goal, but you may feel new to it. Again, you're being called or advised to take it. If it's a new opportunity, as simply as I can put it, go for it. Okay, so let's see what are your oracle cards for November. We have round and round, 25, very interesting energy. Again, reduces to a 7. So I'm going to pull the cards out first for you because this seems to me you're breaking from a pattern, or you're being called to take a new direction with the neophyte here. Because round and round tells us we've been repeating the same lessons over and over, and finally we offshoot on a trajectory. So that may be happening for you this month. But you'll know it from within because of the 7s, because of the alignment. We have community. Look at that. Look at the rainbow. Look at the butterflies. So maybe some of you are coming from pile 3. There is a change in your friend circle, in your immediate community, in your relationships, maybe in your work community. But there is a sense of transformation. Also, for those of you who've found yourself, I think relationships came up, who found yourself in same relationship patterns, that is changing now. You're blooming. You've come out of a cocoon and you've done your healing phase from your hermit phase, and you're now coming out and actually starting to be with others, starting to first be friends, build your friend circle. That's coming through, but definitely this is the beautiful landscape after a storm, right? So the storm has passed is what we're getting with this. And of course, there's a new support system. As you're vibrating at a different level, you're also attracting the right soul tribe to you. And that also means that the old ones that no longer resonate with you would naturally leave your life. And that's how the cycle of life works. So don't hold on to old patterns and people that are acquaintances, but we label them as friends. This is where you're being called to have that discernment. It's all right, I've outgrown that phase and on to the next one, because that's coming through over here. There's a breaking off a cycle, and this could very well be a people cycle. Okay. All right, so let's see what else we have. We have, Neptune is showing up over here. We have confusion and illusions. This is where we have our rose-colored glasses on. especially in terms of connections. And again, connections can be our family, can be our own children, our partners, our parents, and our local community, or even like, let's say if you follow an organized religion, it can be religious beliefs where we may have had a very rosy picture, but now we're learning that it's not all that we thought it was cut out to be. So Neptune does bring those illusions. So as Neptune clears out any squares or any illusions from a life, we start seeing the true picture, and then things come to light for us. Okay, things illuminate for us. So just watch for those areas. You would know what these are, where your expectations are very different than what actually turn out to be the reality, and that break-in of the illusion is what's gonna get you out of this same loop energy. Okay, because you may have been like following a certain mantra that doesn't work anymore because you're like, how do I end up in the same place over and over again? And this could be about job, this could be work situations, this could be anything, any area of your life, but that's where some of the illusions are breaking for you. Very beautiful. And we have the third house, perception. Again, third house is coming out twice. The community is our third house as well. This can be siblings, this can be family, this can be neighbors, this can be our colleagues, or our local gym community, or any other local groups. So this is coming through third house. So there is, again, perception. There is a change in your perception, or you're being called to. At this time, some things may come to light for you. You may change your mindset, and with, of course, it may be a completely new direction for you, but you'll be fascinated by it, and you'll be like, why didn't I even think of this before? It's something like that, but there is some change in your immediate surroundings. Okay, and third house is usually again, it can be social media, it can be your any blogs you've been working on, if you have any speaking arrangements, if you are writing a book. So it's communications, it's education, our basic skills, and it's our immediate environment. And a lot of times we may or may not choose these basic environments. Like, we don't choose our siblings, we don't choose our colleagues, we choose the job, right? And we incarnate it into a family, right? But then how do we grow from there? So there's some growth, absolutely growth. Skill set growth is coming for you. And that's really like shifting and lifting some whales off of your awareness. Very interesting. Then we have Jupiter in the 6th house, Jupiter in Virgo, patience. Yes, because that's where the page energies also was coming through early on. So this is going to require, this is a longer path, okay? But this is slow and steady wins the race. This is how you're going to get out of this repeating cycle that you've been in. Virgo does talk about our work and life balance. It does talk about our day-to-day routines. Do we make time? Are we workaholics? Are we just working so much and not taking care of ourselves? Do we take breaks? Do we work out? Do we eat healthy? Do we exercise? What time do we wake up? What time do we go to bed? That is going to get really, really good for you with Jupiter showing up over here, because Jupiter is a benefic planet. It blesses wherever it goes. But with patience, it's telling us that, that's something you may want to cultivate, okay? For a lot of us, it's very hard to develop patience, but it brings with it a new lifestyle, okay? Lifestyle is what I'm hearing with the third house is like our, immediate surroundings, and the 6th house showing up is, again, how we live in our immediate, what is our schedule, what is our routine in our immediate surroundings, right? So there's some change coming here. So this may be more day-to-day changes for you, where you may be surprised. For example, you may be surprised that if you woke up actually 15 minutes early or 15 minutes later than when you usually do, you're much more energetic. Or, you're not a morning person and you like to work out in the evening, anything like that. Okay, so that's something that's coming to the forefront for you, and will help you connect with people who also have the same beliefs. Very interesting. Pile of 4, you have to comment below on how this relates to your story, because this is so big. Of course, it's a big month too. So Spirit, help me tap in further into pile 4 and see what we have for them. What does pile 4 need to know? What are the energies available to them this month? So we had one flipped over. We have the Emperor, first major arcana. We got the Justice, another major arcana. Queen of Wands, Four of Wands. And let's get one more, Spirit. One more. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is amazing energy. So the first one out, we have the Emperor. That says law and order. Again, this is leveling up. So remember I said that this, you may start out as a page, but that's the one that grows because they have such an optimism of learning. You will definitely create, or you're being called to create, this new foundation for yourself. And I say that because we also have the Four of Wands over here. We have Justice, so Libra energy showing up. There's like bringing a sense of balance and equality. I can't help but connect. So again, this is the Libra energy with the Virgo. There's a lot of earth energy coming here, along with the fire, of course. We have Aries energy. But these two seem connected somehow. It's like you need to create a balance in your day-to-day. As I said, the term workaholic came for some of you. Maybe it could be your passion, okay? It could be something. Or maybe you're somebody who's just going way above and beyond in your workouts, and like you're like really physically stressing out your body. So this is also calling for you to like have a balance about it and pay attention to your mind, body, spirit balance overall. But there is, for others of you, where something has been a repeating, feels karmic, has been a repeating pattern. It's finally coming to a close with the Justice card coming out here, bringing finally a balance in your life, okay? Now you do have the Queen of Wands, so you're very, very passionate, you're very attractive, and you're very magnetic, whether you believe it or not. And with this energy, you are going to draw in very passionate people, but also very strong opportunities towards you, because the Queen of Wands is very spiritual again, but she's very creative and she is a leader. It's not about gender, it's the archetype, but she's a leader who attracts things to her. So that's the energy that you're in, and it's amazing because you have so much fire energy here. Wow, let me just look at this. Earth, fire, 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 fire. Okay, you have the Four of Wands and the Magician. This is gonna be a time, you're gonna come into a time where you feel like celebrating, okay? The Four of Wands is also my 1111 card. It is you're walking through a portal, you're walking through a new time, space, momentum, where you're finally gonna feel complete, okay? 7/7 showed up for you here. We have the 1111 card that's showing up over here. And then with the Magician is like, you have this power to build this life, okay? You have all the elements that you need at your disposal to create this new reality for yourself. You are the magician. So you just gotta believe in it, and you gotta, even if this confusion or illusions were anything about self-value, self-worth, you gotta just lift them off and say, I do not subscribe to that. I am much bigger than I believe myself to be, and then I have everything that I need to create the life that I want, okay? This is a powerful time for you where you're attracting the right things in. So you just gotta lean into it. You gotta tap into that energy and build your plan with patience, because slow and steady is gonna win the race. It's gonna really grow for you. You have the Emperor, like we're starting out with the Emperor energy. This is really the king of all kings. He rules kingdoms, and you know, the king usually rules one nation. The emperor rules all of them. So that's how much it's shifting for you. Even though you may feel like you're a beginner at this point, this is your trajectory. Keep at it, okay? So for Pile 4 Spirit, what's the advice for them? What is the advice? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we got, these came out, and we have the sun. Shine, shine, shine. It's time to shine. She looks like Taylor Swift to me. Maybe there's something in our new album for you. But this is energy, light, life, all light all around, more fire energy. So confidence is key. You're being called to like really be confident on this journey and not be afraid to come out and shine and portray this new side of yourself, okay? It's going to require confidence and courage for you. We have more fire, Ace of Wands, career, beginnings, travel. So new beginnings, lean into these. we have the Five of Cups, and then we have the Four of Swords. There's your self healing energy coming through. With the Five of Cups, again, the recommendation or the energy always is like, you know, you have to decide to leave things that don't resonate with you anymore, leave them behind, and pivot and look towards what's coming and what's available to you. What's the new beginning? That's where you need to shift your focus, and not cry over spilled milk. Rather say, all right, that was not a wasted effort. That was an experience that was meant to help me grow. Where am I supposed to pivot from that? How do I not go into that same pattern as before? What have I learned? What do I need to do differently? Because there is a new spark. There is an Ace of Wands. There's an inner desire. There's an inner inspiration that's coming to you. What is that taking you towards? That's the direction you have to focus on now. And at the same time, ease into it in with so much confidence that you're not worried about it. That there is absolute faith that this is going to happen, that this is going to lead you to success. It's going to take you forward on the right path that you're meant to be. With the Four of Swords, again, she's resting. She is also she's hung up her swords. You know, she's no longer in battle. She's like, okay, these can wait. It's time for me to rest and rejuvenate, to recoup my energy so I can start again tomorrow, fresh tomorrow again. So this is, again, 6th house energy. This is our work-life balance that, again, you're being called to. Maybe some of you are not sleeping enough. So that's a message out here that do make time to rest your mind and body so you can continue to put in the firepower that you need to as you work on this endeavor, whatever that may be. Okay, that's what's coming through for you over here. Wow, very, very interesting. Okay, pile 4. So let's get you a message from Archangel Oracles. What is the most important message you need to hear at this point? For pile 4 Spirit, what do they need to hear? Wow. Look, I'm telling you, there's a major elevation happening for you. You have leadership. Of course, you have the Emperor, you have the Sun, you have the Queen of Wands, you have the Magician, all this fire energy. So Archangel Gabriel is coming out to say, it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So maybe this could be as literal as some of you taking a new job in a leadership position and you may be hesitant about it and you're like doubting yourself. Again, looking at yourself with the illusion of you don't got it, but you do. Okay, you 100% do. You just have to believe in it, and it's time for you to take that leadership position. Wow, so clear, so black and white right now. Okay, so let's get you your angel number and affirmation before we close the reading for today, pile 4. So what is pile 4's angel number this month, Spirit? I wanted to come out, but it did not. There's definitely new skills here with the, keep looking at the 3rd house and the skill set, and then the feeling like being new, but you actually managed to lead the space. So wow. 7, 7, and now you have another 7. I am brilliant. That is your affirmation. I am brilliant. And the message is, you possess a very refined mind. I'll read that again. You possess a very refined mind and a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both the informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most. Very, very spiritually aligned and driven on this path. So this is a long-term thing, and it's really going to grow. Jupiter is telling us it's really going to grow. You're going to be the Emperor. You have the leadership card here. You have the Magician card here. You have the Queen of Wands. And this is a new beginning. Absolutely. And the eclipses are going to support this. Okay, so within the next 6 months, you would have definitely been on a very new path. So embrace this. Embrace the change. That's what I have for you, pile 4. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, do give it a big thumbs up. And remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate you having here. Every click helps me grow. And do comment below. I love reading everybody's comments. So with that, wish you much love and light. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.